Had to look nice.
All right, we are live. Welcome to Dungeons and Destiny with a bunch of Australian streamers play Dungeons and Destiny. All right, what's going on, guys? What's happening? It feels like I haven't spoken to you for fucking ages. It feels like you don't love me anymore. feels like you don't even love me anymore. It feels like you don't even.
Bro, I think I've spoken to you the most I ever have in the past 2 weeks.
Yes, I think we have. I give him a little message. I give him a little phone call saying, "Hey, how do I set up the Toxic Tavern and all this sort of stuff?"
Hey,
and
you're lucky I'm unemployed. My fucking time's valuable, alright?
Oh, mate, I should charge you for the time and effort I put into this relationship that we have. Yeah, the dealing with it. So, what happened last time? You finally took down the Brood Prince. It died, and it gave you an insight into what had transpired with the three gods, the three hive gods, prior to you coming. You saw the fundament. You saw them finding a ship called the Needle, and then you saw them push into the depths of the fundament, which is their home planet, and then you came across the Leviathan. The Leviathan said for you to turn back, and that is kind of where we left it. You saw them, you saw the sisters, and you saw all that sort of stuff, and then you had them chat. You then rolled on the loot table for some spectacular weapons and armor. So one person had the gun of many bullets, where you can put money into it, and you can shoot any bullet within the game that this gun changes to. And a load of other bollocks that came up. They're not much things. But you also scored 1.2 million glimmer.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I didn't. Lol.
We're rich.
Yeah.
I also did not.
Yeah. And there was another, some other stuff, wasn't there? There was some other items.
I got a Terraba and a book that ups my charisma if I can read it.
Yep. And what else was there? I don't think Chicken scored anything.
I got some like fucking legendary engram, exotic engram encoder.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you've got to go to the Cryptarch.
Yeah, it's basically bullshit.
So we have a submission, which is to get back to Earth. We haven't been there in real life in about like
you're
a year
gonna
and a
get
half.
something cool, Pancake, and I'm gonna stick it in an engram that you can't open.
Yeah.
But you want my Terraba? I don't really want it.
And then what you did, you found another shard of the Traveler, which you know that will either raise you up a level or raise you up 2 levels, depending on the size of the shard. You don't know, because obviously this is just a normal size shard. You left the throne world of Savathun that was collapsing behind you, and you, Blake, the new... that's what happened as well. During the fight, Blake come out, sacrificed himself to save Chicken. Chicken then got up and managed to help, but got hit. Blake fell from the sky as a newly risen guardian, and he was a blade, whatever the bloody thing's called.
Radiance.
A Radiance guy, yeah. No, what the fuck what is the class called?
Dawnblade?
Sunsinger?
Dawnblade. That's
yeah. It's not Dawnblade though, is it? Is that the class?
Yeah, he's
yeah. He's a Dawnblade.
He's a guardian of Well of Radiance.
Yeah, he's a Well of Radiance guy. Dawnblade. I thought it was Dawnblade. Yep. And helped you defeat the Brood Prince. Now then, watch out, Saul. She will freeze you all. Mazboy.
My warlock.
Yeah. So, you then left Savathun's world and you stepped foot into Sivu Arath's world, a world ravaged by war. The ground is built up upon bodies of fallen hive. They have started to degrade and turn to the slopping mud that humanoids tend to turn in when they start to decompose. The whole world is ravaged. The large missiles are coming down from above in an armada above you, just continuously blowing up the ground in front of you. And I think that is where I kind of left it, I think. So,
Sounds about it, right?
you look out onto this world ravaged. The ground pockmarked by missile drop-in and fire and just destroyed. You can feel under your boots start to sink. As soon as you step foot on this land, your boots start to sink. And you're sure that you can feel the grasps of dead hands around your ankles as you start to trudge through this mud that's made up of bone, viscera, and blood.
Wow.
Well, this place is lovely, Chicken. Thank you for taking us here on this grand journey. I'm so appreciative.
Look, we wouldn't have to do it if certain someone didn't give Clovis the light.
Yeah, you know what, Timber? Now that I've had some time to reflect and I'm fully in my mind and I've recounted on the mixed memories I've had. What the fuck were you thinking? And also, you
mostly
Chicken,
that I wasn't
why
gonna-
are we here again? Like, come on, man. Enough of this shit. Just be a god already.
Clovis is ascending to godhood. The only way to kill a god is to be a god. Unless you have a better idea.
Yeah, we leave. We leave the solar system like I've been saying since day fucking dot. I swear,
Always
how
trying
many
to
more
run from your
portals do we?
problems.
How many more portals do we have to go through? How much more bullshit do we have to do? How many more hive gods need to die?
Well, there's 3 pieces.
Yeah. There's three.
Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of this place, to be honest. I look. I thought it'd be
Is there a
fun
brood
coming with
prince
you
in this
guys.
place, Blake? Do you know?
What?
Is there a brood prince? Are we gonna have to fight another?
Look,
to-
I-
Yeah,
for me to
Blake, what
claim
do you
the
know about this
power?
place?
I haven't got a fucking clue. I've lost all memories. I don't even know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, shit. We lost that guide.
You are freshly risen, aren't you?
Yeah, like I just saw you in trouble. You said, "Come on, you know it's gonna be a great time, fun," and then that's it. And I thought it'd be fun, but shit, this is
Well, it's gonna be a great time, Blake. Basically, what's happened is, a mad evil scientist has built a robot body the size of a planet, and it stole the Titan here's light, and is,
Yeah, without pointing
probably
fingers.
bent
Timber.
on destroying civilization.
I have a number of questions, just a few. Right. First, what's a scientist?
Jeez, it
Second,
must do quite a number on the hive when they're risen.
how big's a planet?
Okay, imagine everything you can imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
bigger than that.
Okay. Imagine a throne world that you can walk from one end to the next in one day. Okay.
Okay, so imagine that you couldn't do it in one day. It would take you a lifetime.
Right. Okay, that's fairly big. Okay. Right.
We're gonna die in here, aren't
Anyway, Blake, you're gonna have to learn on the go here because we don't have infinite time. Can I do like what do we see around us? Is there like a clear kind of center point?
So you can see there's a clear center point. Basically, in front of you, there looks like a large citadel that sits in the center, looking like a large sword at point first. It's not touching down, but it's very close to the ground. It looks like a large sword, all lights and stuff across it. You can see obviously there's things in it, and the hilt is all the way at the top. And it just sits at the center of this thing because we've never seen Siva throne world, so I can't really take it off that.
Well, my money is that's probably where we need to go, and then Chicken One will just start walking in that direction.
Give me a perception roll.
floating.
Give me. Oh, you're floating. Right,
Yeah,
cool.
he's floating.
I'm perma floating.
Give me a perception roll, guys.
Timber would also be trying to reach Kit on comms to see if he can reach down here. No.
Didn't we send him back to
22.
the traveler?
22. As you're sitting there, you got this big citadel sitting. You've got these missiles just striking the ground, like not close to you, but enough force that sod and dirt are just flying over onto you. So almost straight away, you are just covered in this muck that is the ground. But off to the side, you can hear small arms fire. You can hear rifle shots. You can hear a battle just off to the side. Maybe just past the next ridge, but something over there is caught your ear.
Brian, can you introduce us to your little friend?
Brian? Who the fuck's Brian? Is that my name?
Oh, Blake.
I thought it was Blake.
Sorry, Blake. I know I'm renaming him.
And now we have a chance to name him something cool.
Blake, yeah,
We
Blake
should
the
just call it
Guardian.
something different every time.
Why? What do you mean?
You're a ghost. Can you talk to your ghost for us?
I'm a ghost. I want what? I'm a ghost. You want to talk to a ghost?
I'm gonna pull out Beeper
Okay. All right. There we
and I'll
are.
be like, just think of a little friend and he should appear.
Oh,
She
you said I was a ghost. I'm not a ghost. I'm a real person. And then he goes,
I'm a real boy.
Turd. And Turd comes out.
turd.
Turd. It's brown,
Okay.
like a turd.
Turd, do you know anything about the surrounding area that we're in?
We are in Sivu Arat's throne world.
Amazing.
She
There's
is the
live fire
god.
happening over there.
She is the god of war. Thus, her throne world is basically war.
Oh, this is fucking perfect, chicken.
Is it? Are you being sarcastic, Timber? Timber? Timber?
No,
Timber? How is
Right.
this good?
exactly.
It's not good. No, not at all. This is a war-torn, ravaged landscape. You are going to die. Every one of you will die.
You said we're
Forever.
surrounded by mud, right?
Forever. And ever. Goodbye.
Groundhog.
Yeah, so it's you are surrounded. If you've ever seen, look, I'm gonna pull back on something because I've seen certain things you guys haven't seen. So Battlefield 1, trench warfare and all that sort of stuff, the ravaged ground. Battlefield 1 is the best that I can think of in my head that most people
Cool
have
game,
seen.
yeah.
Yeah. It when I don't know how to say this. When bodies get dead,
Yeah,
what they generally did
decomposition.
in World War 1 and 2, they basically build trenches, and dead bodies are just pushed into the trenches.
Yep.
And then, so when something collapsed, a trench would collapse, and all the dead bodies would come with it. But it gets this soppy type of thing because all the mud drags in all the decomposing flesh and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So you're basically on a mound of dead humanoids.
Yeah.
And as chicken is above the ground by about a foot, you guys are slowly sinking into the ground because you've been standing for so long.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna start trying to inch forward a little bit. Can I
Alright.
actually move, or is it
Yep.
like quicksand?
So it is going to be a check. So give me a strength check, Timber.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it? One.
Oh, no.
Natural one. Your foot is stuck. Your foot is stuck as if something has grabbed hold of it. You are pulling on it and it is tight.
Can I try to use my jump jets to jump out?
Yeah, of course you can.
As I'm
give
screaming.
Me, give me a,
well, not
give,
screaming, but as I'm like, there's something has a hold of my foot.
give me it with advantage. You all right?
Oh, I got a natural 20 and a 16.
Perfect. There we are. So you yank it out.
Just like before.
You pull your foot out and you start trudging forward. But as you walk forward, it's not that it's one, it's difficult terrain. Two, it's a strength check. As you pull in one,
Jesus.
it is just it is a slog. There is nothing solid under you.
This is where I die, guys.
Does
Okay.
it look like there's any other type of ground anywhere near us or any
Nothing.
boardwalks or anything
No,
like that?
It
It's
is
just
just ravaged landscape of this wet, soggy mud. And as you pulled your hand out, as you pulled your foot out, you pulled it out, and there is an actual arm holding onto your hand.
I'm gonna try and just take that off and throw it back down,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna summon my sparrow.
Summon your sparrow, just sinks.
Did you say it sinks?
Just sinks. It just goes into the
Do
ground.
they not hover?
They do hover, but when you're not on them, they sink into the ground. If you have a look at your sparrows, when you take them off it, they go onto the ground.
Okay. I want to summon my sparrow and get onto it.
You're gonna try. You can certainly
hovering?
try. You can certainly try. Give me a strength check to see if that's. Give me a strength check with a +3 to see if your sparrow can actually take off in this mud.
Okay. No, that's a 3 plus 3 is 6.
So as you get on, you jump, your sparrow gets out and it starts there. You jump onto it, and as you go to take off, you hit at such a speed, because obviously the speed of the sparrow, you can see arms. Everybody else who's watching can see arms just grasping up at the sparrow and pulling it back into the dirt because it moved so quick.
Guys, ideas, help. Why
Well,
are you guys not?
While that was happening, I wanted to be like trying to cover myself with mud, like Predator style, not noticing anything that's going on.
Yeah,
they're, like, in
I've
the
tried to
trees and
float
shit.
it ahead at this
He's like
point. So
groin deep in the sludge and he hasn't even noticed.
Yeah.
I'm like, Timber, join me. We'll blend in. We'll camouflage.
if you yell out, kind of at this point, Chicken one just kind of turns around, floats back over, and like bends down and offers a hand, and
Jesus.
goes to hoist you up
Okay,
to the.
give me a strength roll.
My God.
15.
15, easy, man. You just pick her up. The mud, as she's moving slowly, the mud seems to release it a little bit easier, but it's a slog. You're pulling your legs out of this mud every time. As you're stepping down, the mud is up to your knee.
Oh shit, guys! The mud's sticky. The mud's really sticky.
Yeah.
Just a heads up in case anyone didn't figure. I think I'm sinking. Shit. Like my knee's already in there. I can't really get out. I mean, I'll
If
metaphorically
I shoot
roll
you
for
in the
a
head,
stealth,
do
a
you
strength
come
check.
back as Teresa? She'll be much more adept
Probably.
at handling this situation.
The science isn't proven, but I mean, technically, yes, it's working on. I can summon her if you really want. If I
You
think
should try
really
some
hard.
spaces because she should be able to levitate as I can.
Oh my God.
At this point, I imagine like the fucking mud's like rising up on me, right?
No,
Right.
you can do a strength check to
Alright.
try and pull yourself out, mate.
Oh, sorry, you go, Timber.
No, you go. It's fine.
All right, I see what you're saying. Can I, without consequence, commit an act to let myself die without losing a point for lore and flavor, or no?
No, you're the one who brought the death thing in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
right.
did.
Like,
Screw yourself.
I just turned and said it's going to take you a minute to change. You're the one who's like,
Yeah,
I
I
have
wanted
to
to do that
die.
thing.
I have to die. So no, not a chance. You're like, you have to fucking
Well,
die.
Oh, we're stuck with this one, eh? All right, I'll do a strength check.
Give me a fucking D20 roll, man, plus your strength.
All right, that's a 19.
19. You start pulling. You find something a little bit more stable in your ground, under the ground, and you start pulling yourself out and start heading towards this fire, this small arms fire.
There's no
off into the-
trees or anything like
Nothing,
that. There's
nothing.
nothing.
There are certain
Massive
trees.
wasteland.
There are certain trees, but they are ravaged. It is just skeleton hands sticking up in the air.
Okay.
Is like with Chicken's help, is that going to allow me to like summon the sparrow and try to kick it off so that it's hovering as well, or
You
no?
can give it another go.
Okay. These fucking dice keep cucking me. I'm gonna try this one. No, it's a 7. Fuck's sake.
Once you get to a certain
Oh,
speed,
7 plus 3 is 10?
yeah, but once you get a certain speed, it goes a little bit faster, and those arms shoot out and grab it as if you can't go over a certain speed on this
Okay.
ground to get dragged out. Otherwise, you're going to get dragged into the mud.
Okay. So, but I could like cruise at like 2 k's an hour,
You can walk at 2 k's an hour.
or I could walk. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, walking distance is the speed that you go in at. Anything faster than that, you're done.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to go faster. That's fine.
So
But
you
yeah,
start.
walking.
So you basically, by the time you get to this ridge that the weapons fire, you are getting tired.
Yeah.
You can feel this mud sapping the strength. Chicken's like moonwalking behind him. I tell you what it is. Who's a Lord of the Rings person here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when they're doing their when they're doing the snow pass and you see Legolas just sitting on top of the snow and everybody else is like the
Dying.
dwarf is like this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep.
He's just sitting on top and you're like, fuck, shit, going through.
Chicken, help me out here, man. Like, can you give me a lift or a piggyback, or
He's a warlock.
give me a piggyback?
Can Can I give him a piggyback?
No.
Strength check.
No.
Wait,
No.
wait, chicken, work with me here. I have an idea.
Oh, here we go.
Mr. DM, how big is my sword when fully extended? It's like it's a broadsword, right?
No. It's a
No?
long sword.
A long. I mean, that
It's like
works.
this big. It's like this big and about like this long.
Okay, cool. No, it means I can stand on it. If I summon this thing like almost like a snowboard and then like grab onto
No.
chicken's hands while
No.
you
Oh my
No.
God, yeah.
No. The size of the blade is like literally about 50 mil.
All right, well, for sure.
Yes, all right, you can do it.
All right.
So you do
Oh,
it,
jeez.
and
I'm
it
gonna
just
die.
disappears in the mud.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. I can like summon it back.
Just
It's my favorite weapon. I
there's a
can't be
hole.
disarmed of it.
Fuck you. Yes, it can. No,
No, I can't.
no, I know. So as you take it, as you do it, it just sinks, and it just disappears like quickly underneath the mud, and then you go, whoop, and it comes back to you. Just
As we're getting closer to this gunfire, are we coming up to like mountains, a ridge, or something? Anything that's got different?
no,
fucking-
it's as if
damn.
it's as if I put this in you to see if I can exhaust you people. Is that
Yeah.
So
Surely between us three, we can think of a plan to circumvent this.
Push, pop you
No.
in the head. Get
I-
Chorizo, and
I've
then
already got a
double
plan.
piggyback.
I've
Yeah.
already got a plan, and
I mean, honestly, that could work if both of us levitated and like held Timber in one arm. Could we carry her?
Don't you have like robot shoes? Can't they? Don't they have magic in them?
go gadget shoes. Bloop.
Yeah, right.
Snow shoes. Right.
Yeah, but there's no. So, but you were saying basically also that it's just a massive flat Earth, and there's nowhere for us to be
There's-
able to rest either.
Well, there's that big central kind of.
It's the central thing all the way down the front.
We should go away from that if history's taught us anything.
Right. So you go to walk. So this small arms fire that you hear in this battle that you can hear off into the distance, it seems very, very close, but it takes you hours to slog through this mud and go up this like slightly ridge. It's like it's a crater that a large bomb has hit it in multiple places and kind of formed this ridge. And as you're going up and you crest this slight ridge that's a little bit firmer because it's further up, and obviously the water runs downhill and all that sort of stuff. You looking over, you can see about 15 hive there fighting about 15 to 20, not ghost, but transparent guardians of old. You can see their armor is old. You can see that they have a banners of old houses and stuff like that, things that you've never seen. You went to the last city, so you know some history, and you can see some of the things that was placed up in the last city is here on these banners, and you can see that they're fighting. They're pulling all the stops out. They're having all these big massive like supers and all this sort of stuff. You can see one Titan's just holding the big bubble as they're running out in charge, and as they run out in charge, one gets dropped, and it's as if after about 15 minutes of you watching it, it just gets reset and the battle happens again.
Does it
Great
look as
chicken.
if it's not there? Sorry. Okay.
No, sorry, no, I was just mocking.
It's as if it's a recording that's just literally on repeat of a
But it
past.
doesn't look like it's something that, like, if we tried to walk through it, that we would all of a sudden be getting hit by supers and hit by gunfire or
Dunno.
whatnot. We can't tell.
Don't know.
Okay.
You haven't got a clue.
I'd
You've
say
Never seen this before.
Timber would address the boys and be like, I'd say that we take a wide berth of this.
Yeah, well, there's ghosts. I mean, we've fucked with a lot of things before, but I don't think we've ever fucked with the paranormal.
Piss off, ghost.
It's all spooky ghost.
So
Like-
the hive like look normal. It's just like the guardians that look ghostly.
Yep. And then, but when somebody drops after about 15 minutes, as if the recording stops and resets itself, and then the guardians come in fighting again, and then 15 minutes on this continuous loop.
And how far away are they from us?
They down in the crater.
Crater?
So I reckon they'll be about maybe 150, 200 foot away from you.
I mean,
Does it look
Sorry.
like the guardians are defending something, or the hive are defending something? Like, is
Nothing.
there like a clear objectives in the battle or
Nope.
anything, or
Nope, it's just
there's no other features than the battle?
just no other features.
If we look around the top of the crater, does it look like there's anybody that might be controlling this recording and watching it to review it or anything like that?
So give me a perception roll, guys.
All of us, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
whoever wants to.
Oh, now I
dirty
fucking
20.
roll good. 27.
20,
Yeah, 27.
13, 27. As you're sitting above this crater is higher than all the other land because, like I said, it's all flat. And you are looking down and you do a big 360 look, and there's multiple craters. There's multiple battles all over this land with multiple 20, 30, 1, 2 of these ghostly guardians fighting this eternal battle. And you're looking at it, as if it's as if you look at a cityscape that's as it goes from like mid-afternoon into dusk into night, and all the lights start popping on. You can see multiple supers all over the, like as if a shooting star has gone off over there, a bubble goes over there, and a void explosion behind you, like the cracks of a golden gun. The blades of the gunslinger and the blades of the whatever the hunter's called.
Knives.
Yeah, the knives, the exploding knives. You can see it, and it's just everywhere. Just every bit of this land is covered in these ghostly, reoccurring guardians, as if they are stuck, possibly, in a reoccurring play.
Well, muted chicken, this is on you.
You said there was like that kind of like central thing in the throne room. Is it, are they laid out like around that, or
it's higgledy-piggledy, but it is as it goes into the center where this thing is, you can see the clusters because they are quite spaced out. As the clusters get closer to this point of the sword, it gets closer and closer, as if a bigger battle was fought towards the center of this sword.
Yeah. I mean, so my instinct to the party is to like see if we can fuck with these battles somehow. Like, just gotta see if they're real. Like, do any of you have a sniper or someone to shoot?
I mean,
shoot
I
one
was
of the
gonna
hives.
suggest that. I was like, let me shoot one of the recording.
Shoot one of the
memory
hives. Don't
things.
shoot one of the guardians.
On a hive? Why?
Because the ghostly guardians are probably the good guys.
I mean, but we think they're ghosts, right? So it's like that's how we prove that. We know the hive of the hive.
Yeah, but say that it pisses them off. I'd much rather be fighting hive than guardians.
Just so we know, I need to get at least 30 more feet before I'm in range, and also, it's loud, like real loud. There's a lot of gunfire, so maybe
yeah,
we'll,
I was gonna say we'll blend in with the ambience, surely.
maybe I can like time it to like. Are the shootings and things in River? And the explosions and stuff?
No, they as you record, as you like looking at it, you can hear things that stick out. Like, oh, that's the void. That's the Nova bomb going off there. There's a Titan bubble going off there. There's hammers going off over there. You can start getting the rhythm after like every 10, 15 minutes, or maybe less than that. Maybe one battle only maybe lasts like 3 minutes.
Are you guys good with that? I'll shoot one of
maybe
these
that's the
hives in
strat.
sync with like a Nova bomb or something.
Well, so you don't sink while you're aiming. I'll grab you and like pull you out. You like use that assist to jump into the air and fucking
Don't make this harder.
Time
Just
it with
hold
the
up.
Nova bomb.
Chicken. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I've dreamed about this day. I like pull out my arms like this. I'm like, carry me like underarm, right? And then like levitate up a little bit and just let me hover, and then I'll be all right.
All right. Well, I
And
guess
then
I'm rolling
you just make
strength.
sure you maintain your strength.
Give me a strength roll, mate.
Ooh, 13.
13. You grab him underneath his arms and you slowly pick him up, but you can feel the tips of your toes starting to touch mud as you're really struggling to pick him up.
I'm assuming at this point we've moved the 30 feet to get me in range of shooting.
Oh, no, this is just at the
Oh, no.
fucking top. You never said anything.
All right. Well, then, like, we know the system works, right? Can I pull out my gun and, like, aim with my sniper? No dramas?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know the
Okay,
system
sweet.
works.
Well, I dump you into the mud again.
And then you walk 30 foot. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So who are you shooting? You're shooting the Guardians or are they shooting the hive?
I'm going to shoot a hive.
Okay.
Whatever's, like, the easiest
Before we
shot I
do
can
this,
see.
Timber, are you going to object and tell us this is dumb? Or Because I'm ready
I
to
feel like we're
decide
gonna
this is
prove
dumb.
nothing. I feel like a hive's gonna die and nothing will change.
Surveying everything that's happening here and the fact that everything is on a loop, I feel like we need to get closer. As to how hard it's going to be to get closer, I think we need to find out. Timing it within an existing noise might hide our position, but I don't actually know if this is going to. We need to get closer to determine whether or not it's real.
Actually, if I aim in with my Varianx's Regret sniper rifle, I have threat detection, which can see any invisible enemies or anything of that nature. So if there is something sus afoot, I might be able to see it.
Can people
Outside-
do it? Can the ghosts do a scan of the area? You know how when we pull out the
Yeah,
ghost and we do a
ghosts like
scan to
detect
find
for
like
the life forms?
invisible shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a platform right over there. What are you guys doing? There's a footpath.
Yeah. So they can only. It's a hard one because they generally scan mechanical stuff. People comes out and goes, there's definitely something here, but it's everywhere. It's just this. There's something everywhere in this land. That's
It
really.
feels like it's the entire throne world.
It's the entire throne world. It just feels like it's just messing with scan, or messing with my scans at least. Do you pull yours off, Thorvin?
Yeah, I'll play it.
I
Legion.
am Legion.
Hi, Legion. How you going? Still Miss Chappelle.
We are good.
Yep. So you got any ideas on where the fuck we are? Can you like scan? Can you scan like like a bit of mud without getting anywhere, like nowhere near close to it? Don't get pulled in. The mud will do that. Can you like?
Fuck.
Can you scan the mud? Can it tell us anything? Is there maybe like, can you like see if you can scan the what's it called? Geographical like indentations of the land. See if there's like walked paths or anything like that. You know, like the topographical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there's like indentations along the mud or something like that.
Yeah, so it's great idea, to be honest. That's a fantastic idea. It goes down, it grabs a little bit of the mud and it starts spurting out components. It's like, there is iron deposit, and he basically rambles off every compound that a hive, a guardian, and an exo is made out of.
Okay.
All right, so all the different stuff, and he goes, go. Sorry, the voice.
Legion.
Step 1, 2 foot to your right,
Oh, I do that.
and you have a solid.
Landmine.
You have a solid path, or is more a path that it doesn't let you sink down from there.
Fabulous.
Fuck, that's smart, Thoven.
Legion, can you keep like pinging these like on my HUD so I can see where to step?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you able to overlay them on our heads
on
up
all of us?
displays?
It depends. I can.
No, this is my idea. Thank you.
I think because we are high that I can do this, but when we get into lower grounds, it may be more difficult. I will try. Legion out.
Thank you, Legion.
That was good. That was a great thought, mate. I fucking appreciate it. That's awesome.
Damn, your ghost. I like Legion way more than Chappelle.
Don't you dare. She pulls that gun and then go.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just reading threat detector because there's things I can do with this without even like shooting if there's something we want to try and figure out. So it's like while you're aiming, holding this weapon in your hands, you can use your action to grant yourself advantage on wisdom perception checks and detect. You can detect the location of hostile creatures using your sight. And if you locate a creature in this way, the creature can't be invisible due to active camouflage or is considered invisible, blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
But like, would that work in the sense if I scanned a guardian with threat detector, could I tell if they would be hostile? Or no, it doesn't work like that.
Well, yeah, you'd be able to tell if it was hostile, if it had hostile thoughts to you, of course.
All right, well then I reckon that's the best way rather than shooting, because then at least this tells us what it is, right? Because shooting is going to do the same thing except draw suspicion to us. This way I can scan it. It's just like a better perception check.
Okay.
And just see what these guardians are. Are we chill with that?
Well, I'm kind of Chicken's interested in seeing if we can influence these battles, like whether they're real or like they're actually happening, or if they're like deterministic recordings.
All right, that's fair. All right, me and Chicken do the thing.
Okay.
We've moved into 30 feet, or within my distance to hit it with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, I pick you up. We do the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
as you're walking forward and you're walking down the crater, you kind of step to one side and your leg drops in, and then you kind of shuffle around, and it feels like this path that you're walking on is just a few boards thick, like a few boards wide, that you kind of have to do not a significant perception roll, but a fairly large, maybe about 13 or 14, to be able to stay on these boards. If not, you're going to walk off the boards.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
I'll roll for that.
Perfect.
As
That's
the,
a 9 plus 6, so 15.
Yeah, 15. Perfect.
as the boys are doing this, I'm going to survey the ground that we've already covered behind us. Do I see copies of us?
No. You see copies of Titans, copies of Hunters, and copies of Warlocks. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but the ones that are part of the war, not.
Yeah.
So we're completely unaffected in this world. We're
You
not included.
are solid, and I said the ones, the Guardians down in the thing are slightly
Pictorial.
transparent, like as if they've reduced the opacity slightly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
All right,
off
chicken,
behind
we
the
doing
boys.
this? You lifting?
Yeah, I gotta grab us. I say sure, and I hoist you up. So I strength rolled. I got a 12 that time, so even lower.
Yep. Okay. You
We're
can.
on wood, we're chilling. All right, I'm up in the air.
Yep.
All right, first thing, I'd like to use my action to just do my aim down sights to proc threat detector. So it's just an advantage on a perception check. So that's, an 18 plus 6. 24.
Mhm.
What do can I tell, are the Guardians hostile?
They're
Is it
not
whatever we do
hostile,
now?
but you look through the threat index, so you look through your scope, and you think that the scope is faulty because you can see the Guardian, but it kind of like phases out slightly, and then in your scope you have the person in front of you, but over onto the side you have the threat detector part that has a range. It's got like a sound bar going up and down for certain types of threat, and you see that it goes up to red and then comes back down as the Guardians and the hives kind of come in and out of focus slightly, as if the scope is struggling to focus on this Guardian.
Okay. I'll wait till I hear that like Nova Bomb we keep hearing over and over again. I'll take a shot at just one of the hive.
Okay, cool. So you take a shot. So give me an attack roll first, man.
Yes, sir. That's a 15 to hit.
That's 15 hits. You hit this guy. You hit this thing. So do me a favor. Roll me a D100, please.
D100, yes, sir.
You want to get over 50.
Beauty, 69.
69.
Giggity.
You pull the gun up, and as you pull the gun up, you can feel, as Chicken takes your weight, you can feel him start to slowly sink down into the mud, and you purposely bring your scope up to take into consideration this slow drop into the mud. You take your shot, and it's as if the hive turns slightly, and the explosion of the Nova Bomb kind of masks this gunshot as it ricochets off its armor pieces, as this shot goes echoes across the landscape of this hellscape. Give me a perception roll, Chicken and Timber, not Thorvan.
$17.
17.
19 plus 7.
19 plus 7.
24.
26.
26? I can't count.
Maths, man. Your fucking maths are terrible.
It's so bad.
For the 27, not for the chicken, you think as the shot went out, you think you saw heads of guardians turn towards you slightly. Like a micro turn, as if they've
It was a glitch in the system.
basically, you don't know if it was a glitch in the system or something happened and they looked up at you on this ridge. But what you do hear in the background is a scream of something coming from the center that just echoes over this gunshot that is still echoing out further and further and further, like as if you drop a stone in a pond and
Yep. Ripples.
this out in the center of this scream that sounds like a inhaling, like a death rattle mixed with an overexcited turtle, like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex from fucking Jurassic Park.
That's terrifying. I'm like genuinely shitting myself now. Like I
Yeah.
imagine Foven's like sort of shaking a
Exactly.
bit. Like what the fuck?
I'm going to relay what I saw in regards to all of the Guardians, like micro turning their heads to us.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be like, that does not sound good.
I'll also tell the gang like what I saw with threat detector. I'll be like, when I aimed in with my sniper rifle, the Guardians were coming up with like it was inconclusive, but like the threat would proc and then it wouldn't, and then it would. Like I think there's something to it more than a recording.
We need to move from this position
Yeah.
right now.
Really quickly, and I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Can we see, is there a safer path left or right? Can we tell
You don't know.
which
You're
way's the
just
best way to go?
you don't know. You can see that you're on this path that lifts you out of the dirt mud a bit, and you got the Guardians in front of you. You got that scream down at the center, down in the center, and above that you can hear this of something moving, something flying, possibly.
You guys need
I
to
mean,
hold your
that-
breath.
That sounds like the sort of. I dare say we have to go to the center if we want to.
So that we skip all of these craters.
Another scream, another shout of something coming slightly closer.
Chicken,
So-
Timber, do you guys need to hold your breath? I forget. How do extras work?
No, we don't breathe.
Are
don't breathe?
are you gonna say stealth from it?
I'm just gonna say dive under the mud. You
Yeah, but
Timber would be able to
we'll-
get yourselves up. I'll either run or you guys jump them, and we'll have the element of surprise at least in some way. Just make sure you find a way to get yourselves back up.
If we get stuck in the mud, we get stuck in the mud. Like it's the same as, and I want to try to see if there's a path to our left that we can run down.
You got a crater leading down into the Guardians in front of you. You got to scream off to the side, otherwise you're going to go back to where you are. Everything is very open. Like I said, there is a Guardian with a bubble down there. That's all. That's all you can see. There's a fight in front of you. There's a ridge going down above you, all around you. There is more craters with ridges leading down. You can hear this scream that's slightly closer and louder, and you can hear this thump.
Can we run like in between the craters, like across the top?
They've kind of overstepped each other, but yeah, I allow you to run through it. But you are exposed. You are so exposed. You are golden, and a lot of you guys are still in brightly colored armor, even though you're covered in shit.
At the bottom of the craters, do the Guardian Hive that are fighting, are they looking like they're sinking into the mud as
No.
we are?
No.
I kind of go to the guys. I said that I don't want to hide under the mud. That feels like a death sentence. The bubble's looking pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that tower before. I think that we should go through
Well,
the.
yeah, it looks
Bubble.
like the
Alright, I'll
line.
send some
and,
Guardians.
As you start to head down, this thumping sound that you hear in the background is getting louder, and it's now got like a whip crack at the end of it. It's like as you run down, you're slipping and sliding over this mud as this noise, this screech is getting louder and louder as you're heading straight for this bubble. That's all you can see. You're heading straight for this bubble. And as you get into the bubble, on the top of the crater where you come from, you can see this form land. Drop about 120 foot out of the sky, lands, crunches the ridge line where you on as this big black chitinous monstrosity with forward-facing horns, with just this green ichor just dripping out of his mouth. Long snaking neck as the tail is just whipping behind it. Along its back, it has these long, jagged points sticking up from the front of its head, going down its back all the way down to its tail as the wings just snap and fold back across its back as this thing just screams and looks down at these battles all around it.
Mr. DM, sir.
Yep.
While we're running, I want to see, would I know, seeing they've been to like the last city and I know how to communicate through like guardians, like a guardian like radio signal or anything like that? Like a comm relay or something that ghosts can share? Is there any way I can like try and communicate
Tap into
with
it?
other guardians?
Give me a tech roll, man.
All right.
Well, so have we made it to the bubble? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is
Do we
the
feel
are the
different?
ghost guardians reacting to us? Like, is the
So, let
fake
me-
battle?
Let me do
Okay,
this one and I'll get back to you now.
13 plus 5.
13 plus 5. You are clicking through the channels and you can pick one up, but it's just relaying battle movements. It's like,
Okay.
you go forward, go up to the ridge, give us cover. And then you go, and then after a couple of minutes it goes, you go up to the ridge, give us cover. And it's just playing these battle things. You get down into the bubble, you feel yourself step into the bubble, and you're on solid-ish ground. You see, as you step into the bubble, this thing, this dragon-like thing land on this ridge looking down at you. And as this titan just like holding his bubble, he looks towards you and goes, "Get behind me."
I'm gonna run behind him.
Yep.
Yeah. As you get behind him, as you're walking behind him, this dragon, this black chitinous dragon, just spouts this massive breath of acid all over the battlefield. You can see the guardians die, and just bubble and just fail. It slops against the bubble, and then it just resets.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously the Titan bubble is always been there on the reset, and you can see this dragon just scanning the reset. As this,
Can we make it look like we're part of the others?
yeah,
As much
I,
as
like
we
I
the
point
can.
back to where the guardian line is.
yeah. Give me a either a persuasion or actor roll, maybe.
Could I help the team by like sharing the comm movements I heard earlier? Is it in sync with what we're doing or no?
There's nobody running up to the ridge. You may have caught somebody else. You didn't have a good enough roll
Oh,
to
okay,
catch
yeah.
this one. So give me a performance check, guys.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Pretty
15
sure I'm good at those
plus.
ones. No, I'm not.
No, 15
17.
minus 2.
15, 13.
13.
Yeah, okay.
I got 17, yeah.
Chicken?
5.
5.
Oh, no.
It's looking down, and you can see that it's sprayed this thing with acid. And it's kind of just looking down, and you can see its claws just crunching and pulling his hand out. It crunches down. Now, this thing is massive. You don't realize the size of this thing. It is gargantuan. It takes up a 40 by 40 base if it's going to sit on a table. You
Would it
take
be
up,
the same size as the Ahamkara that we found?
yeah, similar, the one that you killed. It's like
Yeah.
massive. And you can see his hand just digs into the top of the ridge, and you can see that it pulls his hand out, and you can see the bodies of these undead looking taken creatures holding on to the underside of its claw as it just crushes them and pushes his hand back into the dirt.
Where's Blake? What was his name again? Did we leave him for dead?
No, I'm here. I'm just not really.
Thank
I'm
God,
not,
thank God.
I'm not role playing, but I was just.
What's his name? Blake. Yeah.
As you can see, it just stares at you, and it rolled a natural 5 on his perception. So it's just looking, and you can see that it just turns these 4 legs just deep in the dirt, as you can see the wings snap out again. And the wings, there's a wingspan of about 120 foot on this thing, as it's like, as it slowly picks itself out of the dirt. And the last bit is its tail snap in the ground as it moves back to the center of this land.
No more noise, guys.
Yeah, no more
noise.
gunshots.
Yeah.
Chicken.
You can see the Titan goes, I'm a part of the 24th Regiment. We're fighting in terror. And you can see that after a while he goes, I'm a part of the 24th Regiment. We're fighting in terror. Get behind me. As the bubble just, as it's looking at you, but still repeating the same thing
Stuck in that loop.
over and over again. But it's looking at you.
What's your name, soldier?
I'm the 24th Regiment. I was fighting in terror. And you can see as you're looking at him now, and it's a human Titan. And he doesn't have a face shield on, like a full helmet. He just has like a hockey helmet on top of his head with a clear screen, like old school. And you can see there are tears starting to form down his face. He's like, I'm from the 24th Regiment. We're fighting on terror. And you can see like the heavy breathing as he's repeating this thing it's changing. His action is changing, and you can see that the breathing is getting more heavier. The tears are getting stronger. The bubble is faltering, and you can see and the fucking shield comes back up strong. You need to get out of here. Get out of here. Don't let it catch you. Don't let it catch you. Don't let it catch you. Get out of here. Get out of here. As it repeats. Back to the 15 minutes.
That's unsettling.
Right. Ghosts. Can anybody scan the database? Does anybody recognize Ziva Arath? Did she have a pet? Did she have
Ooh, who are you asking?
our ghosts?
All right, so give me a tech roll, guys.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Legion comes
14.
out. 14. Legion comes out. I am Legion.
I was at 18.
The terror battle was amongst the 24th Regiment. There was 1,000 souls. They fought the Hive in the planet of terror, but they all disappeared. We thought they were dead. It is very...
Is this one alive?
This one is... I'm unsure what it is. In his very, very monotone voice.
Surveying the rest of the Guardians in the fight that's happening in this area, is there only one Titan in this crater that's holding the bubble, or are there multiple ones spread out?
There's other Titans. There's just a different like fire team groups type thing. There's a couple of... There's another hunter there. There's a warlock bopping around and stuff. But this one's holding the bubble. And the bubble's always there. Everything repeats, and they kind of go forward as if the Titans move forward as he's dropped the bubble, and that's where that recording has been caught from.
Is he still stuck in this loop now, saying the same thing?
He stopped slightly, but he goes, Legion goes, with a natural 20, obviously, he goes, there's a number of battles throughout Guardian history where the Guardians have just disappeared. Many thought they were lost, but many hundreds, thousands have just ceased to exist with no contact.
I want to pull out my knife and like put it into his eye line and be like, do you want this to end? Like this suffering? Like blink, communicate, blink or something.
There is no end. There is no end to this suffering.
He's responding to you. I'm going to grab, like obviously as he's holding this bubble, I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and use an inner flame.
So you put your hand on his shoulder. You put his hand on his shoulder, and it's not like an illusion where your hand will pass through. It's slightly solid but spongy, and it's vibrating it's vibrating in a
weird.
in a certain like in a certain hertz reading type thing, as if it's holding his shape, but his shoulder is spongy as you're grabbing onto the armor.
Timber, did you fix him?
14. Hang on, 14. If the 5 is 19. So he's going to gain 5 is 19 and 1. 26 points of healing.
No.
If he's low at all.
No, it just doesn't affect him.
Does nothing.
No.
Okay. So, but does he, like he was responding to Pancake, Oven, is he interacting with me at all?
Yeah. It's you have to get him on the loop. So
Yeah.
but when he goes back to the loop, he doesn't really reach out. He goes, "It's no use. It's no use. It's no use. It's no use. Just leave. Just go. Leave. Don't let it see you."
I'm going to look at him and be like, we're going to get you out of this, Guardian, and turn to the group.
Fucking made myself cry now. Well,
Oh no.
We're standing for sounding the one that normally is voice of reason. We're going to have to get closer to this and figure out why these Guardians have been teleported to here specifically.
Timber, don't hate me for this, but I feel like there's some more field research we'd need to do. I'd like pull out my sword.
So many craters in
very
between
obvious.
us and where we're going.
But shouldn't we see if these things can die or be helped or
Oh,
sacrifice?
you-
Like, you know what I mean? There's
you can
things we
see the
should know.
Guardians. This Guardians fall and they just reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because they're in the loop, right? What if we break that cycle? Something might happen.
I don't know. You can give it a fucking shot.
You guys good if I, do some wet work?
No more noise.
Do some wet work.
We chill with that before I go and do this? Like, I don't want to really. I'll be honest, this is fucked up. But if we can get him some sort of mercy, then I feel he's a little bit better about what I'm going to do. But
Don't do
Timber,
anything to the Guardian, Thoven.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about ending this thing's suffering. One fell swoop.
We need to get them out of the loop. You want to change something that's happening? We are 4 Guardians that could attempt to assist the fire teams that are here. Why would you try to kill a Guardian?
Because of the science behind it. We don't know what these things are. We don't know if killing him could be a mercy. It could also tell us more about what these things are.
It could break
We
the
could be
loop
able
in
to
a bad way. Why would you try
definitely
to
could.
reduce the Guardians?
Oh, it's just one,
Well-
and there's hundreds of them. And think of the science behind it. We could scan it. We could find out more about it. If
With the hive,
it does anything
you
at
could do
all.
that with the hive.
No, but the hive are normal
I'm gonna
hive, aren't
slap Thoven around the face.
they? Wait,
The
DM,
hive are in the time loop as well.
I thought the
right.
hive were normal hive.
The time.
No, the hive are also in the time loop.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're the weird spongy thing as well?
Yeah. Well, you-
They're
Disregard. yeah,
not
go.
see-through like the Guardians, but they're definitely part of the time loop.
I thought it was like hive practicing on the time loop enemies.
no.
If
Oh,
they
time
were
loop guys.
practicing on
Wait.
the time, I think that they would notice that we were here.
Yeah.
They're fair.
You're on the time. You're on the time loop basically, or they are on the
Does-
time loop.
As we're in the bubble, does it feel like does it the light feel right?
It
Yeah,
feels
do we
weak.
feel like we're getting an overshield?
It feels weak. It feels like light. And as you look in, so give me a perception roll. I'll give you shit for free. Fuck you.
Almost. Oh man, that's abysmal. 10.
10. Anybody else? Do you want to give him a help action? What do you want to do?
I will definitely give him a health action for that after I'm stop swinging at Thoven
Okay. So
and then start swinging at a hive.
give me another roll, please, chicken.
Come
You roll
on.
your d4.
Dice. I hate these sharp edge dice. Okay, that's better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you feel the light. You've obviously got an innate ability with the light. You can feel it. You know what it feels like. It feels like comfortable. It feels warm. It feels like inviting. It's like a blanket on a cozy, like a warm blanket on a dark night and all this sort of stuff. And you're looking at Timber's fire that she put down to try and heal this guardian. And you can see that it's caking the floor as if it's driving whatever fucking toxicity is in the land now. You can see it's caking, forming a layer of just normal dirt over the top of it. And as you look down at the fire, this radiant fire is trying to like drive this corruption away. You can see that the bubble that you're in has hit the ground, and you can see the mud is at the edges of the bubble, is trying to climb up the side of the bubble and not really doing anything. And this is why you're on firm ground, because there are light spells that are driving away the corruption of darkness in this land.
Interesting.
Chicken, do you feel different here? Do you feel powerful? Do you feel weaker?
I mean, I guess do I like is my Ziva Wrath component reacting in any?
You feel home, because this is a part of your component. This is you're neither here or there. It just feels, you just feel like this is a place that I have to be.
Yeah, I relate it to the timber. I'm like it feels. The hive in me feels like the you know, every time a soldier falls, I feel the power.
What kind of hive are these guardians fighting? Are they all knights, or are they?
There's a thrall in there. There's just whatever hive that you could see. There's just one there.
Is it
Happy
just a regular
compromise.
sized thrall, or is it a cursed thrall?
There's just normal sized thrall, but they are like, they have different sets. They look different to Sivu Wrath is, because Sivu Wrath's hive are just your general with certain things. These ones are more jagged, as if you go into a grapple, you may be cut by their armor, because it's sharp and
I don't want
angular.
to do that. I do want to try and punch one of them across the face, though.
Okay.
I was gonna say compromise. Can we like take an arm or something, or a thrall? Because then I get something to scan, and we don't really break the cycle.
I'm trying. Didn't you want to break the cycle? Sorry, this
Well,
is
I mean-
sold a pancake. Didn't you want to break the cycle?
I did, but we were against that. So I'm like,
No,
I
no,
still
no.
think
I was against you. Timber was against you killing a guardian
the science.
when we could be changing the cycle so that the guardians win this rather than lose this.
I mean, say less. I'll
So-
kill some hive.
I will give you a perception roll, and it has to be high.
Both of us, or just me?
Jesus.
If you want to give it one person a help action as you're trying to figure this out.
Timber, I'll help you.
Okay, that's good because I get to roll a d4 to go with mine. These two. Oof. 17 plus 2 is 19 plus 7. 26?
26, easy. 25 is the DC. You can see the end result changes slightly, as if it's going through a number of scenarios one after the other. Like one, that the hive get all the way up to the bubble and get stopped at the bubble. The next rotation, the hive don't get to the bubble at all. They get knocked out before they get to the bubble. You on the last one, you can see or one of the other ones, as you've been here for about 14 minutes now, talking and just kind of sussing things out, you can see the hive get to the bubble and start attacking the bubble. And you can see the bubble is starting to take damage. And then it reverts. It goes, and then other things, as if the outcome isn't set in stone, but there's slight changes. The bubble never drops, but the end result slightly changes. As if nothing is set in stone, as if no fate, as if no paracausality can rewrite this battle. Or non-paracausality, however you want to fucking...
Do you relay that to us, Timber?
I do relay all of that to you.
I mean, I'm down to kill some hive silently.
I don't think I don't have any knives.
So I might have missed it. What's the dragon creature doing in all of this? Is that has it like left
gone.
the ridge,
Yeah,
or is
it's
it
gone.
still?
Yeah,
It went
I,
back to the
I said
centre.
it flew back to the center. After it
Yeah.
spurted all acid everywhere, you can see that it's fucked off.
It was looking for it was 100% looking for us
Yeah,
because we were
something out of
different to
order.
the simulations that were happening right now.
One last thing, super quickly. If I use my melee action, like my knife, and just hold it in my hands where it like starts to get on fire, and hold it towards the dirt, does that also sort of break away
It
the
yeah,
muck?
yeah,
Yep.
it shies away from it.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I'm happy if you guys want to break the cycle, or we can keep going.
It shies away from it as if it's a living entity.
Entity. I don't think that we can change the fate of individual battles unless we change what's controlling them. And
I
everything is
agree.
pointing to the center spire.
But also, we could have a cool fuck off army by the time we get to the center. And in case you guys forgot, we need an army in general. This could be
Precisely why I didn't want
beneficial.
you to kill a guardian. When I punched the thrall, did it react to me?
Oh, sorry, I missed that completely. Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, I missed the punch in the thrall. You punched the thrall and you felt yourself impact and it spun the thrall, but it went back to its programming type thing. It went back to what it was doing.
So that would have been something that Thoven would have seen happen.
Yeah. I'm just saying, is it if we all just use melee, is it the worst idea just to see what happens? We've got a cool bubble. If the dragon comes back, we'll
Power
probably be
melee?
dead. Yeah, I mean, can I give them a knife? If I can
Give-
spawn 3,
Give who
can I
the
give them a knife?
No.
Nah.
No, that's yours. That is.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sorted on the melee section. Chicken, I think, can do some cool void stuff. As long as we're just really quiet about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chicken's kind of like preoccupied with kind of pondering like the what's it seems like a memory of the light almost, and like the situation and the dragon as you guys are fucking with the simulation.
The numbers, Mason.
Yeah, what do they mean?
Like
Where
we're
are
at
you-
a swing vote here, so I think you need to.
I mean, I think I want to fuck with the simulation to see if it draws the ire of the dragon again. I guess like is it actively monitoring like the results? So I say
I think-
fuck it, kill some of the hive.
Any noise that we make that's different to the noises that are currently coming through the simulation is what's going to happen. So a gunshot happening at the same time as a Nova Vom is what
Well-
triggered the dragon.
Surely throwing knives are pretty quiet, Mr. Hunter.
It does light them on fire though, and they might scream in agonizing pain. But then
It also
also,
makes a swooshing noise, doesn't it?
Aim for
Yeah,
the
but it's
throat.
quiet. But no, I think the reason the dragon came was because the gunshot echoed very loudly because it was a gunshot on top of a ridge, not like centralized into a canyon. But same deal, I think, yeah, erring on the side of caution. We go in and like I pull out my sword or make my dagger into a big sword.
Mm-hmm.
Just lob some heads off. Let's just see what happens.
Okay. You going to attack?
We chill with that.
Yeah.
Timber, yeah.
As long as you're going after Hive.
Yes, I pinky promise hive this time.
Okay. Right. So just think of the attack scene on 300 where they're going forward. You kind of just go forward as a group. Go forward past where these guardians. As you walk forward, all right. Let's explain it a bit better. So you're in the bubble now, and you can see the guardians push up, and you pick your moments to go with the same time as the guardians that kind of flank around this bubble. You walk forward, they come through, and it feels like as if you've just been projected back into an old oldie film, as they pull up old guns that haven't been seen for years, hammers that are decorated in heads of wolves as the Titan just starts smashing down. You come up with your sword and you just cut through, and as you cut through, you go further than what the Guardians have been, as the Guardians start to stop and falter, but they seem to hold on for those seconds longer than the original recording. Maybe because you've never been this distance and this far, or you've never seen this part of the recording before, or maybe they just want to hold on to see if what you were going to do was going to reset or stop this continuous loop for the last 1,000 years. But you get to the end of the hive and the hive fall at your feet because they don't pay attention to you. But you can see the Guardians start reappearing behind you and start pushing up the battlefield again.
Same with the hive?
Same with the hive.
Yeah. Were there any bits left? Like any
Of the hive?
limbs and all?
No.
Yeah, no, nothing. Just
No.
all disappears.
Just disappears and goes back to its normal thing.
Right. So back to the middle, guys. back to that plan A.
Mm. I'd say we skip into the next crater and see what's happening in the next crater along.
Yeah?
Yeah, just move crater to
Oh.
crater would be probably the safest idea, right?
The next crater.
Yeah, I mean, the reason this crater's safe though is because of the bubble, right? That's the next crater.
There's multiple
I know.
titans in each thing, right? Isn't that what DM? Is that what you
It's
said?
as if,
Multiple
it's as
titans
if you could
across?
skip through one to the next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
There's a
Go.
blizzard around you.
yeah, it could be a blizzard. It could be something that it could be just copied off that.
We could be
blizzard.
going through a well of radiance and get radiant. Let's go.
Could be.
Oh
Oh,
no! I
wait a
get it.
minute. Yeah, wait, that's a strat.
Yeah, it could be.
Sorry, I quickly switch to my sword and jump and well and heavy attack at the same time.
Right. So you start.
Inexplicably.
You start moving
Shit.
forward. You start moving forward, and the crater in the next crater is a single Guardian holding up his hammer with a hive knight with his sword on top, and he's on his knees. This Guardian is on his knees, and you can see that his armor is bloody and broken. It's just hanging off in bits as this hive knight is just banging on the haft of this hammer, gish, 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 until the hammer snaps, gish, and the sword hits the Guardian in the shoulder, and he starts to fall. But then he reverses back with his hand up in the air as this knight is going gish, gish, and it's barely 15 seconds, but it's a continuous repeat over
As
and
we're
over again.
running through or walking through, what's it called? Kath and Kim, fucking power walking
Power
through. This is probably not going to work. But what I was thinking is removing the Guardian. You know how like when the Flash or whatever goes through things and he's like faster than time and he can
Yeah.
move things, so he's
Yeah.
like move that bullet out of the way, it doesn't hit that person
Yeah.
or whatnot.
Yep.
Can I try to spin the Guardian with his hammer out from underneath as I keep going? I know that it's not going to do anything, but I'm just like, I wonder if this loop breaks,
I had the same thought.
Okay, all right.
if that Guardian,
Here we
if
go.
that Hive Knight ends up hitting the ground and not the Guardian's
Give me
hammer.
a strength check. If somebody wants to help you, I will
Yeah,
let
can
you
I
do.
use my paracausal force to try and move the sword? Like, fuck it up in some sort of
Ooh, yeah.
trajectory?
It's not strong
Not strong
enough.
enough?
Yeah, nowhere near strong enough. If you want to give Timber a help action, I'll let her roll
Yeah.
strength with advantage.
Yeah, I'll help.
This is all for science, Thoven. Let's go.
I had the same thought. I wonder if they can break the
Ooh.
loop
I
themselves.
got a 19 and my strength is plus to
Awesome.
21.
21. You go towards this Guardian. You grab him by the shoulders as you know this sword is going to come down and break the haft of his axe in the next hit. You pull him out, and as you pull him out, the sword comes down, misses the haft of the axe, digs into the ground. The Guardian spins around and stands up on a full spin. His hammer comes out and smashes it against the side of the High's face. The haft snaps. And then as he spins, it turns back to him, getting hammered. But you sure you heard her? At last. I got him.
I have chills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that's it. We find every single guardian all at once. They successfully complete their task, and if we do it in sync, we've broken the curse.
Okay. If it replays, does it replay with him being able to smash him across the face?
Oh. That is fucking cool. Right. Give me a D100 roll, and if you get over 70, I am going to allow you to change this
Oof.
a little bit.
Come on,
Because
babies.
it's very,
Over the course
very,
of history.
but just is very, very cool.
Oh, I got 93.
Fuck off. Yes.
I
Fuck
got
yeah.
93.
Awesome. And as you see, he holds his, as he goes back to being on his knees, and now because you're so close to him, you can hear him screaming in fear, screaming in anger, screaming over something as the blade of this knight's sword comes down once, twice. The third one, you know the answer, you know what's going to happen. That haft of that axe is going to snap as it did before. But on that third strike, you can see a set of golden, ghostly hands come in, pull him down. He spins around, hits the knight in the face. His hammer snaps as the other part goes off, but then he's back down. And that loop is continuous, changed for the better.
Then it's possible.
That's fucking cool. That was fucking cool. I like that.
Yeah, because I had the same thought when we first seen. I'm like, what if we like convince him to do something different, and if they break the loop?
Yeah.
Which I mean, this has got to be good news, right? And you're right. Probably going to the center and killing whatever the fuck's controlling this thing might do something. But just it's weird. They're not like ghosts. They're not like entities. They're not. I don't know.
I think
They're, like Guardian radio's coming up too.
I think they're stuck.
I think that they're stuck
I think,
also.
Like
Yeah.
purgatory sort of thing, or
I don't know. They just stuck, I think. When was the Battle of Terra?
What did Legion say that was in?
He didn't say a time. He didn't say a
We
date.
didn't say a
it
time
was,
loop.
like a long time ago.
Yeah. As you can see, Turd comes out and goes, yeah, in the records, it's like 1,000 to 2,000 years. I'm not too sure what the time scale is at the moment.
I mean,
These
no, time
Guardians have
moves
been
differently.
Stuck here for 2,000 years.
Yeah. I think they're just stuck, and maybe, like in the Savathun's homeworld, like everything was based around the center. That was holding it together. I'm not too sure if you get to the center and do the thing that you need to do and find the information you need to do and possibly fight the thing that you need to fight, and then he kind of shuts this shit down. I think because if Savathun is no longer around, the only thing that's holding it together is the thing at the center, like the Brood Prince. That was the only thing that's holding that together. Like, I like what you're doing here with trying to save the Guardians, but if they've been doing the same thing for thousands and thousands of years, it's pretty much on loop, isn't it?
Yeah, he's
You
got a
can't
point.
rewrite time. We all know what happens with time travel.
I don't know.
Chicken, where are you being pulled? Where's your honing?
The center.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything tells me that not only the center, but the dragon thing is probably what. Look, if our previous adventures have taught me anything, we're probably gonna end up fighting the dragon.
I hope that
You're right,
you're
we should
wrong,
avoid this.
Chicken.
We should walk the other way. We should break every loop we see.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that we can break, right? The very first crater that we went into, those guardians, they.
No, Timber, I was joking. This is they're all fucked. They're done.
Yeah, but they
Just
were
be
taken
grateful it's
out.
not
This
us.
was a singular guardian. Roughly how many craters did we think would be between us and the center? Like another 15 or something, or like what distance?
Thousands.
Thousands, yeah.
Thousands. You can see thousands upon thousands of battles around you.
Oh yeah, around. I just meant how many in a straight line to
like
get
if we
to the
were
center.
to aim to go to the center.
You've got
Yeah.
the center. The center is roughly, you can see the thing sitting in the air, and the dragon took there to there as about, it can fly. Let me have a look at my little chart. It can fly 80 foot per round. And it took at least like 10 to 15 rounds to get there.
Yeah, and I've got a speed of 35.
Yeah.
We got a lot of traveling to do.
So
Yeah, we do.
it does 80 foot flying times 15. So it traveled, you got about just over a mile to walk to that center. A mile, maybe 2 miles in this dude.
Let's push on. Did the Legion have an answer in regards to like the Battle of Terra happened and it was tragic and everybody died and blah blah blah? But did he tell me whether or not Zivu had a pet?
A pet?
Like I'm trying to work out whether or not the dragon thing is
Oh.
something that's known within the database.
No. Nobody
Or if
knows of
that's
it.
new.
Yeah,
Okay.
nobody knew of it.
And it didn't. Oh, I suppose it could be an Ahamkara.
Different shape. Completely different shape.
They're shaped.
The Ahamkara, yeah. Look, the Ahamkara had a jaw that opened like this and multiple eyes. This only had 2 eyes. The horns kind of come down and then shot out like this, and his face was more of a skeleton-y face, but still had the chitinous armor of the hive.
Yeah,
But it
this
was-
battle's gonna suck.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna be in a world of pain if we're fighting that fucking dragon thing, guys. And we barely
Well, I
survived the
mean-
I
last
say we don't aim to
encounter.
fight the dragon.
Yeah.
I say we aim to break the loop.
Yeah, potentially we can hopefully go undetected by the dragon and I can seize whatever the power that's controlling these loops is.
Regardless as to what we do, I feel real weird standing here and watching this guy get killed. Or well, actually watching this hive now get killed over and over again. We need to move before we draw more attention to ourselves.
All right, no arguments there.
Right, you start going to the next ridgeline and looking down at the next crater. The next crater is a battle, and in the center you can see a Dawnblade shoved into the ground. Around it, you can see the piles of guardian bodies stood in this Dawnblade thing, slowly picking themselves up off the ground. The pile is huge. There's about 15 to 20 bodies piled in as this Dawnblade is just sat on the top, as these guardians' bodies are slowly picking themselves out of this pile to go back out to fight. Give me a perception roll on this one.
That's crazy.
19.
19. The armor is different again. It's older. It's more, I want to say, like, it's not like old school where it's still guardian armor, but the aesthetics looks older. More coming towards the trials of the Iron Banner type stuff. You know, the old type mantles and just warlord type of outfits people had.
Oh, you mean like the mantle of Aphrodite and stuff like that?
Yeah. And
Okay.
the one person's got a big, massive Iron Banner axe. Just this massive double-bladed axe with filigree painted on it, and he's just this mountainous of a man just swinging. But you can see after about like 3 or 4 minutes of him being out there, he just gets ganked by like a shit ton of hive, and then he just goes back to the pile and then comes back out to the pile again.
I tried talking to one of them when the resets.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to ask him a question. Be like, what do you know about the curse?
The curse.
Or like, what do you know about the cycle? Sorry.
This eternal fight. Fuck. I love this eternal fight. I love it. As you can see, he starts spraying, and you can hear him shout, "Wolves, let's fight!" As these wolves start to run out. They look more like Vikings, I should say. That's what I should say.
I finally found someone that's worse at conversation than Captain Donaldson.
Don't fucking diss Captain Donaldson. Right. And you start just heading forward. You start to head forward. You're going through all these different battles. Any battles that you can make up in your mind, that is there. And after a while, your body realizes that it needs to sleep or have a rest.
Yep.
Is there a bubble?
There is a bubble. I'll give you the option of a bubble, a well, or like a little well. But there is a well of radiance there somewhere as well.
I still like the bubble. I feel more enclosed. I feel safer.
Yeah, I feel like protected from the thing potentially attacking,
Yeah.
and like potentially protected from its gaze when we're in the bubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head towards the bubble, like this single bubble, and it's as you head towards this bubble, you can see this bubble's there, but you can't see. You can see the purple glow of the bubble as you kind of walk across the ridge. You're like, oh, I know that's a bubble. I know that's a Titan bubble. I can see this radiant glow of it. But as you're looking into the crater, you can see the hive are just basically over the top, clambering over this bubble.
Jesus.
And then it goes back, and then the hive clambers over this bubble, and then goes back, hive over this bubble. But you can see this single Titan just hold on. You know, like they do the double hand thing to hold it out. But you can see his arm, one of the arms, as he's holding this whole horde of hive. This Titan bubble is monstrously big, like fucking huge and vibrant purple. But you can see as this 50 or 60 hive are just on top of this bubble, you can see one of his arms start to buckle, and then just back out, and then a buckling arm.
How long is it down for? Like, does it look as if that's something
doesn't
that
go
we
down.
would be able to?
It doesn't go down.
Never goes down? Amazing.
Never goes down.
Surely you
Oh,
could
wow.
have bang a sunspot on this guy as well, Timber, before you go to sleep.
It doesn't go down. It is just a single spectacular bubble.
Can we time it so when like the reset happens and there's no hive around and we jump in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how you work it, okay? So how you work it, you start running down as the hive starts to go back, and you are running towards the bubble, but the hive are there with you, and you're as if you're running with horses or running with the bulls or something. You're dodging out because they are still corporeal. They still bouncing and nudging you and hitting you, and you kind of bounce it. You fall to the floor, you roll, you pick yourself back up as the foot of the next hive stamps down on your arm and chest as you start just dragging yourself forward as these 60 hive are around you, and you finally just get into the bubble.
Oof. Is it just the one guardian still?
Just the one guardian.
Amazing.
And you can hear her say, I just can't. Hold on.
No, you've got this. You've got this, guardian.
Can't. I'm not strong enough. I'm just not strong enough. And it's just the repeat of, I'm just not strong enough. Traveler, help me. I'm just not strong enough. I'm just not strong enough. As you fall
Shifts.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Man,
bro, can you
I
be
don't sleep
lookout?
anyway? Yeah, you see, I can't be a lookout.
All right.
I would like to read my book and attune to my gun while also sleeping. How
See-
long would that take?
You can attune to your terror bar, which is an hour.
It's an hour, yeah, but the book, like, just a small chunk.
You
Like an hour.
no, I think
is
the
it-
book it has to be read over a certain period and with a certain amount of hours per. I think it's like 12 hours a day. You have to read the book.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I thought it was like over like 2 weeks. I had to read up to 12. Or
Oh,
something like that.
look, I'll read into
Yeah,
it. I can't. I
it's
don't
alright,
know
we
what it is. Well, but we'll just say if it is only a couple of hours, I'll just say you've started it now, not a drama. If it is, I think for the other ones in D&D, you have to read 12 to 13 hours over 5 days of it, and
Yeah.
you will take
Multiple
exhaustion.
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. No,
Okay.
no stress. Just the tuning to Terrorbar,
All right.
and then the sleepy time,
Okay.
and
And-
I'll eat a ration.
Yep. You
I
need
want to attune to the gun of Glimmer, whatever it was.
the gun of many bullets. Yeah, man. You do the gun of many bullets, and you spend the day. Chicken, you were there just watching this hive just rolling, and just like this guardian struggling with the amount of hive that's on his bubble, but then obviously just kind of just zips back to thing. You're looking at his clothing. His clothing is because you're just sitting there as these
Yeah, I
guys
was gonna
rest.
say I'm watching it, but I can imagine hearing the like two thuds on the
Yeah.
bubble.
And that's what you,
as-
and you hear the thuds, you hear this screeching, and you can see his armor. His armor's new, because obviously everybody else just falls asleep. His armor's newer, like within the last 200-300 years, maybe.
Okay, interesting.
You took down. You were about 40 years old, so you died 40 years ago, roughly. And Siva Wrath was they took Siva Wrath out maybe around about that time. I think that if I remember, the Traveler was knocked out about 70 years ago, give or take, and so the armor is within 200 years.
Yeah.
You can see it still has like the last city emblem on it. As it goes,
He's a guardian of the city as
Yeah,
opposed to like
yeah.
a warlord or something.
yeah.
Interesting. And while I'm like kind of keeping watch while the gang's resting, does the dragon like do a patrol or anything? Like, is it?
Ooh,
Do I notice it at all?
Let me.
It
No.
would be good to kind of understand its patterns.
No, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do a patrol.
Interesting. Goddamn bastard sitting on its treasure. So it sounds like we're gonna have to use Thoven as bait. That's the only plan.
Good thing I'm asleep.
So you spend the night, and it's not the greatest sleep, to be honest, because of the banging and the crashing and stuff like that. So what I'd like you to do, Chicken's fine because he doesn't need to sleep. So Timber and Thorvan, I would like you to give me a D20 roll and add your Constitution. If you get under 8, you're going to take a point of exhaustion.
No workers. Fucking 7 plus. Hold on. My constitution's good. And it loads 4. So 11.
You're fine. Perfect.
I got 15.
Oh, yeah,
12
perfect.
plus 3.
Yep, easy. Oh yeah, Wilson got a fucking good one as well. So you wake up the next day. There's no light change. There's nothing. It's just when your body feels that it's had enough of a rest. You get up. You pull yourself out of the bubble. You push past the hive. You slide out. It's not when they're attacking, because you know when they attack, they're going to be jostling. You just kind of force your way out of this bubble, and you start heading towards the sword. And it's the first initial battle that you saw was exciting. The second one was heartbreaking. The third, the fourth, the fifth is just literally cover, and that's all you're using it for now. As you're moving through, you can see the different armor. It's not just young or older to younger, it's just random. You can hear Legion goes, that's the banner of the Lost Legion. They called it the Lost Legion because all of their 500 just disappeared.
Ooh.
Disappeared in what?
In battles. These are
A certain one, or just in general?
the Lost Legion. The Lost Legion was Earth.
Oh.
Yeah, the Lost Legion was 500 Guardians just disappeared.
Like in the Battle for Earth back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know when the battle was, but yeah, when the traveler fell and or started to fall, the Lost Legion kind of just went in the main battle.
Oh, that ain't ideal. I'm curious. I wonder what happens if we do break this cycle. If we get them all. Well, I mean, the grim part would be, right, guys? They're all dead already, and this is just some sort
I
of
mean,
hell.
surely they're not actually here, right? It's like memories of war. That's what my an understanding of it is.
No,
Anyway,
I think
well,
ghosts.
I
I think this is
guess.
purgatory. I think they're all very dead.
Well, I mean, we have to remember we're in the throne world of the god of war. It's fueled by war. I imagine like memories of war would probably be reflected. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find out when we kill the dragon, I guess.
Oh, look at this guy. Gets a hive arm, and now he suddenly knows about worlds and gods of war.
I have a 5 arm and an eye and a crown.
Can't you just believe in the paranormal? Can't you just, entertain my dumb ideas? They're ghosts.
I am
Aren't you
still a
not
warlock.
entertained?
I am still a warlock of sciences.
As you
So
slow,
many things done as well working with Clovis, none of them ghosts.
and as you walk forward, guys, you walk forward ever closer to the citadel that hangs in the air. You're walking past the many battles, and you're coming closer and closer to the sword as it just hangs there. But it hangs a fair distance up in the air, as if you have to figure a way how to fly up there. It hangs roughly about 300 to 400 foot in the air as you're back up, as you're up to the point, and as you walk in closer and closer, the base of the base of the sword, you can see a ruinous cityscape, as a concentric circle, as if something like a Stonehenge type thing. In concentric circles, you can see buildings just and they're all decimated. There's no roofs. There's just basically empty buildings that look like dead things' teeth.
Sevs, for like fear to the mind's sake, is this like what's on Io? With like the tree of silver wings, and it's like all those little buildings and stuff that's sort of like rippled.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good analogy. Yeah, exactly like that. And the ground is firmer because you obviously found a way out to get past it and stuff. And as you walk in, you start walking down to streets, through city streets, and you hit one that has certain markings on the floor, like a white line, like a checkered white line. And then you go 5 or 6 foot, and then the marking on the line changes to 2 solid white lines, and then to yellow lines, and then different, as if all these different spaces got just jammed in together. And you're looking at the buildings, and the buildings are now Victorian type buildings, or modernist buildings, or like old shacks from different parts of the world, as if they've all got brought in from different battlefields from all over the world and just shoved into this throne world to produce a war-torn landscape. And you just trundle forward. The only thing that you have following you is your own footsteps and the battles that are echoing around you.
All right, chicken, this is your moment. I like push him in front. Go reclaim the sword. Get your power. Remember us when you've ascended to Hive Hood.
The sword is like 1 kilometer in size. It's fucking huge.
Go get it.
I mean, do I detect? Am I getting any sort of like?
Give me an Arcana check, man.
Give you a vibe check.
A Vib check. Give me a Vib check.
17 plus 9.
17 plus 9, so that's what,
26.
26. You feel a draw all the way at the very top of the hilt. You feel a draw up there. And as you get closer to the sword is not just thin like this all the way through. You can see the thickness of the sword is quite significant, almost 30, 40 foot across.
So sorry, how close are we to it?
You're walking towards. It's easier for you to walk, and you're walking towards it. And as this sword is just sitting there. And as you're going towards it again, you can see that the point of the sword is about 300 foot in the air, and then it goes a further kilometer up.
Is there any sort of like architecture to get up to it? Is it like a temple or an obelisk or something? Or
Could be.
Jump puzzle.
You may have a jumping puzzle. You don't know, do you? As you go towards this thing. Has anybody got a tincture left?
I don't think I do.
I don't remember.
No,
I'm sure.
I don't think you do either.
Anybody got a what left? Sorry.
A tincture from when we were with the Awoken.
I think we only
had-
made the one, didn't we?
No.
I
Oh
think-
yes, we did. We
I
only
think
got
we did,
one
yeah.
each.
I think you
Yeah,
did.
and then we used it to do the thing. Yeah.
But that's what you used last time to get into the space where you want to get into. So you may want to try and.
How do we
this-
cook up that goddamn tincture again?
We have to kill Taken.
Well, I mean, we know the
I haven't
earth's
seen any
full of
taken.
The
Sorry,
wood, the
David?
ground. There's taken. Remember when the dragon came down and its claw and like ripped up some earth and there was taken in that?
Well, is there taken in the ground, or does the dragon have the power to take? I think might be the question that we need to start asking here.
Well, there's hands pulling you in the ground, right? So
The next time that I lift my foot out and I try to grab whatever's got on my foot, is that
You're in solid.
taken or is
you're
that
in
regular
solid.
hive?
You're in solid ground now.
I mean, I can talk to Teresa. She's still in there. I can find out how to
Yeah,
remake
well,
this.
we got an analysis of what the ground components were before. Was there taken
Yep.
matter?
Yep.
Okay, well let's cook up a
How far-
tincture.
Yeah, how far back were the how far back was the ground that we were sinking into?
So you have to go back a little bit back out, about maybe another half a kilometer, maybe a half a mile, give or take. But like Bruce is like, Brent is like, but how are you gonna? You can't just blow the ground up. I think you're gonna have to like. Is the word fish
Sounds
Fish
pretty good
where?
idea to me, Blake.
in the dirt?
Sloven, tap into
Yeah,
Teresa
yeah,
and
I'm on
find
it.
out how we make these tinctures.
Teresa, darling, you in there? I'm just like tapping my head. Hello. She's nervous. Teresa, no, I'm serious, bro. Like, listen, how do we make the tincture thing? Do you remember we did that one time?
I hate you.
I know you do, but how do we make the thing?
Do you want me to play this, or are you gonna play this?
Yeah,
I don't know.
can I mean, you can tell me the information. I can play it, or vice versa. I'm not first.
Oh, so he's saying DM. She knows
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
can she tell me?
I
Yeah.
fucking don't.
No, you did the fact that you needed to die before you could get any information.
Oh yeah, no, that's to be her. I can
Okay.
still communicate. I've always done the dual personality shit. I just
You-
think it's
You have to get the hive form a tincture, and then we can distill it down amongst the fire. It's easy. But I will need to do it though.
you'll need. Oh fucking, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
You're not getting out of this. You put yourself in this
Yeah, I
mess, Thoven.
Yeah. All right. You got any other ideas on how we could get up there?
Unless one of those ships come down.
What ships?
The ships, the whole sky is covered in ships, just fighting in an eternal battle. I said this. I'm so glad I explained things to you guys.
Yeah, we're so paying
Or
attention.
we ride a dragon?
With the
I mean-
massive spikes on its back. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, well, we like chicken. You can command hive.
You can always.
Right?
I mean, can I hear? Are the hive here?
You are not susceptible. You're not able to talk to these guys, but you
I was
got
gonna
the.
say they're like the memories of the
Yeah.
loopy hive. Yeah.
But you can teleport though. I don't know how far you can teleport though.
15
Yeah, I
feet?
mean, I can do my hive teleport, not just blink. That's right. Up to 100 feet.
You still have to get 200 foot up past that.
Yeah.
What if we were to like summon the dragon, fight the dragon, get it to a weakened state, and then you could like dominate it? Chicken.
Suffer me now. I thought we were trying to avoid fighting the dragon.
I mean, yeah, but how else are we gonna get there? And having a fucking dragon would be cool. I'm just assuming you can do this because you're like half hive now.
I mean, the whole reason we're here is that I'm tapping into my hive power. I do not have said powers yet.
So you can't like command will of hive animals and
But
things.
these aren't hive. These are like memories of hive.
Even the dragon? Dragon was real. That was a guy.
The dragon seems to be some sort of ancient elton beast. I mean, look. If no one has a better plan, I guess I'm gonna try dominate the dragon. But
I mean, I imagine there would have to be some sort of encounter before it. Couldn't have be that simple as rolling some like hypothetical dice and hitting a 20 and then, you know, commanding it.
we have to do the padlock encounter.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. It is fucking open world, man. If you want to try and pull a dragon down here, it is completely up to you.
I mean, I have Antumbra. What do you see, chick?
It's trees. I mean, so the area beneath the sword is just like nothing as it stands. Like the sword is just kind of floating in the air.
Yeah, you go towards a point and it's just this, it's just the center of this ripple out. All these matter things. You can see this 300 foot up in the air. This taken in the ground that you could possibly make tinctures out.
How many hive can you summon? Chicken. Like Frol.
I don't have enough HP to really summon any. It'll kill me. I could summon one thrall.
One Frol per thing. 'Cause I'm saying,
No,
over the course of a couple
one
weeks, you can make a
thrall, and
bridge
then I'd
of
have to
Frol.
like 8-hour full rest.
Yeah, over the course of a couple years, you could summon a Frol, and each time you could make
Bro,
him
we
do a
have a
human
thrall.
pyramid.
His name is Blonson.
Blake. It's Blake.
Blake is a guardian. He's no longer a role.
Blake doesn't know what the fuck he is.
We know what the fuck
I got
he
a
is.
sword. I got one of the burns. I got burns with radiance.
Woo!
That's what you doing,
Blake, you
guys?
have a gun.
I think we should go. We should try the tincture.
Yeah, but that's the fun, scripted way.
Okay.
I'm sure the dragon will be pissed as we get close to this sword. Don't worry. The fight with the dragon's coming.
All right, yeah, no, all right. Tincture time. We backtrack.
I mean, does Legion still have Chappelle's like chunk collecting?
Nope.
I've shat out most of it on a stairway.
I mean, we have 1.2 million glimmer. Can the ghost like synthesize tinctures?
No.
Damn.
No, I tried that one.
As
It's
if
like
you-
episode 3. I tried making
Programmable
oil.
matter.
Yeah, I tried that. Doesn't work.
Right, well, we have to go do some fallen apothecary. Go talk to Ido. Yeah.
Multiple times. You have to go there, you have to go there, you have to go there, and then, oh, we have to go
Where's the
back
holo
there.
projector I
Oh,
need to talk
exotic
to?
quest again.
Yeah. Go to the radio, talk to
So
somebody.
there's nothing to scale. There's not like mounts or something suspending.
Well,
It is just floating in the air.
Potentially, our eyes have not been awoken to the taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Chicken's gonna start. He's done arguing with Bowman about this. He's gonna go get some. Go dig into the Viscera and try to collect some taken
Right.
components.
So you dig your hands in, and as you dig your hands in, you can only get as deep as your hands, as deep as your arms, and you can only feel the very tips of things moving around in the mud. It's as if you need to go
Oh, yeah.
fishing.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. He said that earlier, guys.
I know. That's why we should not do that.
It's as if you need to go
Okay,
deep.
can I dive down 9 feet down, grab like taken goo, and then blink back out?
Give it. You want to give it a go?
I would
Yeah.
love to give that
All
a
right,
go.
give it a fucking
Gonna
go.
die.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you,
so that's the thing. I levitate out over and I both and hold my beer, and then I sink, pin drop, kind of let myself be taken by the ground, and then after a few moments of being dragged down, I blink back to the surface, levitating, clutching whatever like matter I can, kind of like spooned in my
okay.
my
Right.
arms.
Cool.
While
That's-
that's happening,
So-
I'm trying to convince Timber that we should leave him for dead.
So here we go. Chicken drops into the dirt. Bloop. Right. Timber,
I'm going to be
Hold on.
hovering to see if I can
what you doing?
help him out when he gets close to the top.
He's
Timber, all I'm saying is now's the chance for us to leave and leave him in his fucking little shithole and we can go back to Earth.
Yeah, you don't forget though that the portal has closed. We can't get out.
we'll
without him.
figure it out. We're gonna go fight a dragon or something. Fucking fuck that.
Just bring Teresa back. Fuck.
I'm beginning to think you guys like my daughter more than me, and I take it personally.
Definitely.
I bring a
Starting
great
to
and
like her
useful
more.
dynamic to this team.
So after about 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Are you ready for me to say blink back?
Chicken hasn't come back.
Oh no.
Damn, I really wanted his gun.
Do the comms work? Chicken?
And what we'll do, we will leave it right there until next time. But thank you for listening to the Season Redacted podcast, where a bunch of Australian people play Destiny D&D. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
I've made a mistake in my
I
accurate moment.
appreciate it. Everybody, tune in 2 weeks' time for the conclusion of the Sivu Wrath encounter. Well,
The conclusion, we're gonna be like 8 more episodes in this place. What are you talking
basically,
about?
maybe. Has anybody got anything else to plug before we
I'm
shut
good.
this shit down? Go and listen to Toxic Tavern. It's something that I'm kind of fucking about with. It's funny. We do funny stories. I did one about. I got told it's sexual harassment.
Oh
Wait,
no.
what bit?
Yeah.
Oh, like TikTok said that.
No. People have come back to me and said, "Yeah, you got sexually harassed.
Yes.
You got
Agreed.
Yeah, you got,
Where can people go to listen to this?
You can see it on TikTok, and I put it on Toxic Tavern on YouTube as well. So go and check it out, guys. Share it and all that sort of fucking stuff, and see what you think. Have I been sexually harassed?
Tune in for 2 weeks to find the conclusion to that story arc as well. The answer won't shock you.
Yeah. But thank you very much, and a good